Hello and welcome back to Spookier Celluloid. Now, I didn't forget about this channel, I just haven't uploaded in 19 days, yay! And before that, I think it was my streak of not uploading for a while. Look, August has been chaos. Last week I worked 7 days straight. I had weddings, I have another wedding, I had the main channel, I had Fantasia stuff even though I didn't go in August, and I don't know, the time just flows by. It just flew by. It's already the 21st. Damn, son. I'm almost starting school again. Yeah, I don't know how active I'll be on this channel. I'll still try, on the main channel to post at least once a day. And today it's an extra lazy review. But I did light up a red light in the background because we got a giallo. We got the Bloodstained butterfly. Now this, I guess, is a giallo in the sense that it's an Italian thriller from the 70s. It's a murder mystery, but it's not the stereotypical giallo that you probably think of when you hear the term giallo. It's very subdued. It's not sleazy at all. There's not a big body count, even though gialli rarely have a massive body count. But usually they have more than 3, which is this movie's body count. And not very detailed. In fact, the first murder happens, and then we get about an hour into the film before the second one happens, and then we get another 20 minutes after that before the third one happens. This is a slow-moving giallo. It's super slow-moving, and it's mostly a courtroom/police procedure drama-esque film, which might turn off some people who just want the straight giallo murder mystery. I'm not even sure if I would consider this really that much of a giallo. All I'm saying is that it has more in common with courtroom dramas and police thrillers than your stereotypical gialli. So the plot is somewhat simple. This is really not a convoluted giallo 2. I recently watched In the Folds of the Flesh, which I thought about doing a Spookier Celluloid video about that one, but oh boy, trying to understand that movie is a whole different fucking ball game. This one is way more straightforward. You have this young schoolgirl, this 17-year-old French girl that is visiting Italy, I guess. Françoise Pigot, I think. I watched the English dub, so they probably pronounce it badly. So Françoise Pigot gets stabbed in a park, and she tumbles down a little hill where she is discovered by a nanny with some kids. And then the movie spends about a 50-minute the 50 minutes of the runtime trying to figure out who murdered Françoise, and then they finally get an idea, and the idea is this man who's a TV host. Marquis. His last name is Marquis, which is very memorable because, of course, the Marquis de Sade. So this guy Marquis is accused of murdering her due to some testimonies from some people, and then the police finding, some dirt on his jacket that he had been trying to wash, and then them finding some blood on a shirt. So a lot of circumstantial evidence is against Marquis. During that time, we meet Marquis' daughter, and Marquis' wife. His daughter is Sarah, a good friend of Françoise, and she's quite devastated by what happened. During that time, we meet her boyfriend, Giorgio, who's this rich type who doesn't really have a good relationship with his rich type family, and we get a lot of teenage kind of rich boy angst, which was very strange. And it doesn't make Giorgio's character that likable, but Giorgio is very important to the story, and honestly, he's, at the end of the day, not to spoil anything, but, he's sus. He's a sussy little boy. He also studied in France, so maybe he knows Françoise. Giorgio, and then his father, Giorgio's mother. This is really courtroom drama, police, mystery, thriller, family drama. It really shares all of that, all of those genres' DNA, and puts it in the envelope of a giallo film. So it's really an interesting film from that perspective, where it's a mix of a lot of genres in a genre that is really good, because I really like gialli. So yeah, so Sarah, her father, her mother, they also don't have the best relationship, because this is a movie again about family issues. So Marquis gets brought to court, to justice, and we see the lawyers debate on whether or not he's the killer, and it's not a spoiler, but he ends up being found guilty. Which then we see that his wife doesn't look very upset about the fact that his husband might have murdered somebody. Why, you may ask? Well, she's sleeping with the lawyer. Oh, and also Marquis has mistresses pretty much around the entire city, which is something that we discovered during the trial, because they will use one of his mistresses as a witness. So for the majority of the film, you're thinking that maybe Marquis is not the killer, and then the film advances, and then you're really not sure, which is what I appreciate. I won't spoil the film. This gets a recommend, but this is what I like about gialli, is that there are some of them, most of them, not all, but most of them, do a great job at playing with the audience, and with not doing what the audience expects the movie to do. Subverting expectations, as they say. And this one does an amazing job at that. Add to that the wonderful score, which I'm not sure who did that. But the score is very important. Music plays a big role in this film, especially because Françoise was murdered holding like a record of a symphony, not Mozart, but what was it? Anyways, the music plays a big role. Giorgio is played by Helmut Berger, who, if you're familiar with, he was, well, in a lot of films, including The Godfather Part 3, which I didn't know. A lot of the actors you might recognize from a lot of different gialli and or spaghetti western. The woman who plays Françoise is in a lot of westerns. So the music is incredible, but nothing will beat the cinematography. The cinematography in this is incredible. It's not really surprising, considering that this is a giallo and they're known for their great cinematography, but holy shit, this one looks immaculate. I love the snap zooms. I love the wide cinematography. I love the color, and especially on like this Blu-ray from Arrow Video, which is really good. The colors pop, the greens are amazing, the yellows, the reds. I just adore gialli for their visual style, and this one is incredible in that department. It's absolutely a gorgeous film. So, since I do ratings, I think I forgot last time that I do ratings on this channel. This gets a 8.123 because it's not perfect. As I said, it's more of a courtroom drama, and after a while there is some parts in this film that are incredibly long, but the twist at the end, which just surprises you, the wonderful cinematography, the interesting characters, the complex characters, which again, no character is really two-dimensional, which is very surprising. Not surprising, but it's very surprising for a film that you don't hear a lot of people talk about. This is not one of those big gialli that are well known, well loved, like Tenebrae and stuff like that. This one is very underrated, I'd say. Not a lot of people have seen it. More people should, because in my opinion, it's a great giallo. Is it right up there with What Have You Done to Solange or Tenebrae even? Probably not, but it's pretty fucking close to that. And yeah, it gets a recommend. It's over an 8 for me. To me, anything above a 6 is worth a watch, but anything above an 8 is a must watch. So thank you so much, guys, and have a good one, and I'll try to upload more often. Emphasis on try.